Hi, and welcome to Tours All Access, the Tuesday edition. Today it's a little different. I am here by myself, but that is okay. We have pre-recorded segments for you to watch. Our first one is something new we're trying to start and see how y'all like it. It is a stick taping video, as you can see on the topics here. It is part one. So this episode has Kevin Perot and our goalie, Wilma Zinko. Kevin Perot goes through the process of how he tapes his stick, and then Will talks about just kind of what he does and how he does it and those kind of things. And then for part two, we have our number one point leader, Ian Spencer, and also Braden Jockums doing a tutorial on how he tapes his stick, but we will show you that at a later date, but we'll roll with this for now. I'm with Wilma Zinko, one of our goalies here on the Minotauros, and we're going to talk about stick taping.
Yep.
So how do you go about taping your stick?
So I guess to start, I'm a big sock guy. I like to protect the blade. I sometimes started to tell, but I put puck marks on the heel there. I don't know. Just saw it once. I thought it was cool.
Like you do that yourself?
Yeah. It's a little arts and crafts. The only thing arts and crafts I'm good at. Grip. One strip of black. It's kind of a weird thing I've always done. And then the knob, shout out Jeremy Swayman. I do it's tough to describe, but a little grip, tape under, grip tape over. 33, smiley face, remember to have fun. That's pretty much it.
How long have you been taping your stick this way?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of how I'm feeling. Like if I play it terrible, I'm gonna switch it up, but I don't know, it's been like...
So is this a winning stick?
Yeah, so far. Cross my fingers, but I usually don't change anything crazy, but I'll change, I won't do the puck mark sometimes if I have a bad game or something like that, so yeah. Okay,
with the end of the stick, is there a certain way or certain amount that you go up to that you know you have to stop at?
It's kind of a game day decision, I don't know. Like sometimes if I mess up, I'll try to cover it over, but I don't know, it's kind of what I'm feeling, so yeah.
And do you retape every game? Or?
As you can tell, no.
Yeah.
I'm not a big retape guy. This one probably needs it, but I don't know. Again, if I'm feeling bored for a game, I'm like, tape my stick. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Sounds good. Yep.
Hi, Minotauros fans. I'm Lauren Hill, and today I'm here with Kevin Perot, and we're going to have a how-to on how he tapes his stick.
Alrighty. So first I start on the top. We start with the knob. Usually I have one strip ready and put it on the top like this just to hold the knob down. And then I take the roll, I don't need those yet. Okay. Start on the top here. It's easier to do standing up. So I start around the top, usually go around 3 or 4 times. So 1, 2.
And why do you do it 3 or 4 times?
I like just a little bit of a thicker knob on the top. It's easier to hold. And then after that, I start coming down just one at a time. So just wrap all the way around. Usually go about 6 or 7 times around down. And then, so usually once I get to about right here, about just like a glove length where I can hold it, my whole hand's on the stick, then I rip it off. So that's the top, pretty simple, just easiest to stick handle with, shoot kind of all around the best. And then for the blade, usually start at the toe and then kind of just go toe to heel.
So you tape the whole thing?
Yeah, usually go from the top to about here. Also, just kind of think that's the easiest for kind of all around control with the puck. Some people, everyone's kind of personal preference, but I've usually been doing this for about 6 or 7 years and kind of just stuck with it ever since.
Nice, so you haven't really changed this routine?
Yeah, pretty much kept it the same. Maybe change it up for a game or two if I have a bad game, but for the most part, stays the same. So that's that.
Is that all?
Yeah,
That's how you do it?
pretty much, just
All right.
top and bottom.
Is there anything that you write on the top of the stick that helps you on like game day or just part of your routine?
Yeah, usually I have a cross on the back, and that's just for God. And then the front, I usually have my number right here. And then on the top up here, I have either 1 dot, 2 dots, or 3 dots, kind of if it's my first stick, second stick, or third stick.
All right.
So,
Do you switch sticks throughout the game, or is it just?
Sometimes, yeah, it depends. But if I'm not liking the feel, like early on in the game, I'll usually switch it up. But yeah.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, no problem.
I hope you enjoyed that segment with defenseman Kevin Perreault and goalie Wilmazenko. Again, if you like it, please let us know because we do have a part 2 coming up and we can film more than just those 2 parts. Other than that, we do have a band performing on March 14th here at Mesa Arena. We also have a game that night as well, but they're performing during the first intermission, and we are very excited because it is one of our own, Rink Staff, who is the lead singer, and they are the band Coming Out Alive, and we had an interview with them yesterday. Evan had the opportunity to sit down with them, and as well as the latter half of the interview is one of their original songs, so please watch that and let us know what you think. But other than that, that'll do it for today's episode of Tours All Access. Please scan this QR code right here to get tickets to our games. We have home games the next 2 weekends, and then we are back here for the last weekend in March, and we would love to have you here. So please go ahead and buy tickets. We also have fun St. Patrick's Day merch coming out as well as cool jerseys. So please scan that QR code and get everything you need through that. But other than that, please enjoy this interview with Coming Out Alive.
I'm here with Steve Brown, Gavin Bruce, and Josh Nelson, 3 of the members of Come Out Alive. Guys, before we dive into the band, tell me a little bit about about yourselves and what you do when you're not creating music.
Well, hi everybody, I'm Steve. You might know me as Zamboni driver extraordinaire, anthem singer, all that stuff. I am actually the lead singer of the band. I have been since we founded this band in 2020, and I'm really looking forward to showing people what I have to offer other than just singing the USA national anthem.
Hi, I'm Gavin Bruce. I do all kinds of stuff in my free time, mostly music stuff though, and I am the rhythm guitarist / lead guitarist in the band.
My name is Josh Nelson. When I'm not circle smacking, as I like to say, because cymbals and drums are all circles, I work at Calix as an employment coordinator, so I help people with disabilities with their jobs.
Cool, that is definitely an awesome job. So Steve, you mentioned creating the band back in 2020. Where did you get the idea to start the band? How did you reach out to these guys, and how did it all come together?
So back in 2013, 2014, I had started playing music, and for years I was in screamo bands, and that is a very unpalatable thing to most people here. So I, for years, loved Shinedown, Seether, and all those kinds of rock bands, and I always wanted to start a band. And that actually led to founding this band with these 2 guys. It started as a Facebook post on the North Dakota Musicians page. Gavin was looking for people, and he picked me up, and then Josh hopped in too, and then we've just been the 3 amigos ever since, and we've had people come and go, and we're pretty comfortable with the lineup we have right now.
Fantastic. And I know Come Out Alive, the name of the band, has a deep meaning behind it. Where did you come up with that name?
That name was one of a few that we had tossed around, and Come Out Alive came out of the pandemic in the sense of the name, when people saw it, it was a reminder to them that no matter how difficult things get, no matter what we go through, we'll all make it on to the next day. You'll always continue onward. And that's kind of where the name Come Out Alive comes from.
That's definitely a message, especially during COVID, that I feel like people needed. What's your guys' process? When you start creating a song, who comes up with the lyrics? Who comes up with the ideas, the bass? How does it all come together?
This is actually one of my favorite things to talk about with our band, because it all seems to happen so naturally. Gavin will start playing some sort of riff, and then I jump in with a drum beat that I think sounds cool that goes along with it, and then the next thing you know, Steven's just singing away.
And you talked earlier about how you were initially into the rock stuff back in 2013, 14 when you started playing music. What range of music have you guys created with Come Out Alive?
I would like to think that we are paying homage to that era of late 90s, early 2000s rock music. One of the biggest influences that we had first starting the band was Seether, like I said prior. And we actually, our very first song we ever posted on our social media page was a live video of us playing Remedy by Seether, and boy, that was brutal. And we've come a long way since then. We're all in different time signatures, and we're all just kind of doing our own thing, but now we've evolved over the years, and that's actually one of the songs that we will be playing at the game as kind of a full circle moment for us.
What venues have you guys been playing at? Where are your favorite type of places to play, and how have you continued to develop into just coming into new spaces?
I'd really like to give a shout out to Prairie Sky Breads. The owners there have been so kind to us. They let us come and perform all the time, and we always get to play with other acts that are either traveling to Minot and stopping by for a short while, or they're other local musicians.
That's something that you're not really going to see on a bigger level, is that we are currently at the stage where we've performed at places like the original bar and nightclub. We've even performed out at Forebears. But at our current level, the places that we're playing average around Prairie Sky Breads and The Spot. We're not playing big theaters, but honestly, it feels better this way. At this current stage, we will play in front of 10 people when we start playing, and by the end, we've drugged 60 people in from outside. Just the energy of the band and how loud we are, we can make a space sound like a 10,000-seater stadium.
Definitely seems like a cool situation. Just, you bring people in through the music. It's cool to bring people together. You mentioned that's where you're at right now. What is the long-term goal, and how do you want to get there?
I think the big thing for anybody is to, strike a record deal, try to make it big. I would honestly love to have an opportunity to play either at the North Dakota State Fairgrounds, whether it's at the Flickertail Gardens or on the main stage. And who knows, even after that, maybe we catch the attention of a company that works with a touring artist and wants us to go with them. So that would be a really big thing. If I could perform with Seether, Shinedown, Breaking Benjamin, if I could open for any of those bands at least once, as far as I'm concerned, that's life well spent right there.
That's what I was going to say. I say my goal would be just to open up for a big band that I'd like to listen to on a daily basis.
So March 14th, you guys are coming here to play in the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena during the intermissions. How stoked are you guys for that performance?
I can tell you, as a little kid, growing up watching hockey in all these facilities, West Eck, all seasons, and the Pepsi, this is going to be one of the craziest things I've ever done. And I'm super excited, not only for me, but for these two guys and our bass player, Robert, to get to actually experience this.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity for us. This will probably be our biggest crowd that we've ever played for, and it's super exciting.
Without a doubt. And playing in this type of crowd, is it nerves? What's it going to be like when you're up there? And then honestly, it's going to be go, 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 right? So, I mean, how do you guys plan to put on a show?
Well, it lightly. I've been to my fair share of Toros games, and we like to bring the noise. The fans like to bring the noise. I plan on making their noise blend with our noise in a very unique way. I want to have, whether there's dad in the bathroom and he's trying to hurry back to his seat, or the mom who's getting her third box of popcorn for her 3-year-old who claimed they only wanted a bite. I want every single person to have heard us and been able to feel our music a little bit. If we can get shoulders to bob, if we can get people to clap, if we can get the cowbells to go off, any of that is definitely the goal here. Because I want to let fans know that there is a lot of good music in the state of North Dakota. It's the tip of the iceberg, because there are plenty of bands out there that have a lot to offer, some more than us, and I would love to be the person that shows the world what we can do.
And is there a place for people to listen online?
Yeah, we got one song out on the streaming services right now. We're really hoping to record some more and maybe potentially get a whole album out, because we have about an album's worth of original music at the moment. And yeah, we're just hoping to play more and record more and, you know, see what comes of it.
All right, well, Steve Brown, Gavin Bruce, Josh Nelson, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me here. And we look forward to seeing you here performing at the Pepsi Rink on March 14th.
Thank you. Thank you. So Flaw Design actually came out of a very interesting writing session. This was for some soul searching after a very recent and very personal event that happened to me. It makes you realize at the end of the day, no matter what you do, no matter how much effort you try to put into something, sometimes you just can't fix a flawed design. Something you're hiding. Too fake, too faced, too late. Nowhere left to point the blame. Your flawed design won't be the disguise, covering up a second life. You hid from me and wasted my time. When will ya see what you have done? You come home one night, shrouded in shame, no emotion. This is not a dream. You were always there, thought you never change. But it's no surprise I found that secret you